Hey going everyone, Unshifted Bubble here from God Clash Gaming, bringing you, well, a Ryse Son of Rome, information and why we haven't really heard much about if there's going to be another Ryse 2 or a sequel to Ryse Son of Rome. Okay, so some of you may or may not know, but Crytek has actually had a bit of a upset, downslope kind of thing with their whole corporation. They've had to lay off heaps of people from all over the world. They've had to move different developments around from Texas to their headquarters in Germany because of the money and because they're actually changing the way they develop games because of the way that gaming is now. It's more free to play and online services instead of a plot and offline play. It's more online, free for all kind of sandboxy kind of online services, multiplayer type play. So they're moving that way. So heaps of employees from every corner of the world from Crytek just haven't been paid. This was August. This news was released August last year of 2014. Yeah, so employees of Crytek have actually not been paid for months on end because of this, and they've actually been on strike. They've actually had to sell off their Homefront series to Deep Silver, which they were making Ryse with as a sub-development of the game. So Deep Silver now have full control of that Homefront with their new sequel to that, Homefront, The Revolution, or the Revolution I think it's called. But the main reason why Crytek haven't actually said anything about a possible Ryse 2 is because they're actually a bit Xbox One sale of Ryse 1. They're actually developing a Ryse Son of Rome PC version for the new 4K gaming, which is big hit graphically, and for professional gamers out there, it's going to be a whole new era of gaming. Yeah, they're also waiting for higher install base for next gen consoles. Xbox One and PS4 both have 500 gigabytes of data, and I'm pretty sure Ryse on its own is 40 of that gig. That's 5% when you think about it. I have about 7 to 10 games on my Xbox One, and it's at something like 90% full. So I've got like 50 gig to use, and that's maybe one game that I'll have to start getting rid of some that I don't play at all, and installing the ones that I'm getting soon, like Elder Scrolls Online, and hopefully in the future Ryse 2. Owner teckno says we can do what we want with whoever we want. I'm saying this as a direct reference to Microsoft, because I'm pretty sure that Crytek and Microsoft have a bonding contract like Bungie and Microsoft had for 10 years, so that Halo was only released on Microsoft consoles and Windows. So I'm thinking CEO owner teckno, what he's saying is that they may have a contract, but when that term ends, I'm pretty sure they're waiting for that contract to end, and he wants to do what he wants to broaden who gets to play Crytek games. And the obvious next console or next platform they could put Ryse 2 on with the most sales would have to be PS4. PS4 sales. They I would say smashed Xbox One sales, but they're definitely higher than that. I'm pretty sure I heard that 50 million PS4 consoles were sold in the year. So yeah, that's a fair number, and I know that Crytek was a bit disappointed in the Xbox One sales itself. That's why they didn't make as much off of Ryse Son of Rome as they would have liked. Co-developer Deep Silver, which now own Homefront, they're saying that they're not currently planning on releasing it on the PS4 at the moment, but that could change if Crytek and Deep Silver work more cooperatively with each other instead of Microsoft and Crytek having the main control of the saga, as you'd like to call it. Yeah. Apart from that, there's not much more to say or to tell from Ryse 2, apart from they haven't cancelled it. That's for certain. They just have not cancelled Ryse 2. It's still there. That's one of their biggest games. that they are planning on bringing in the future. It's not cancelled, but their CEO and owner Savat Yearly also said that at the moment they're actually doing a whole company change around because of that. Future of gaming, which I told you about before, with the whole online and interfaces and all that. So while that's happening, development's at a minimum, but it's still there. But they actually sold off the whole team and the saga from Homefront. They sold the whole team to Deep Silver as well. So they no longer have that team working on Homefront to possibly help on any other games. So at the moment, I'd say they're limited on their development, but once they reorganize and get what they gotta get into place, if Microsoft also get onto increasing the install base for Xbox One, I reckon that Ryse 2 would definitely be in the next 2 to 4 years. Ryse 2 would be out if Microsoft increased their install base. That's what's limiting the Xbox One really. The amount of space, the amount of games you can put on an Xbox One is just limited. Advanced Warfare is obviously going to always be on there. Maybe Ryse, Titanfall's always on there. Destiny, Halo Master Chief Collection. I've already counted 5 games that have to go on there, and that's at least 250 gig right there. I'd say they're going to stay on there. So you've got 250 gig left to choose, let's say, another 5 to 7 games. You're just limited. With the 360 and the disc that you always used, I have hundreds of games in my collection. But with Xbox One I've got 10 and it's full. But anyway, hopefully the information I gave to you today will hopefully inform you about the situation that Crytek are in at the moment, and that Ryse 2 is actually not cancelled, and it may definitely be a possibility in the future. If any other news comes out, I will let you know, and hopefully you enjoyed listening and getting the information, and I'll probably release a few other videos, different games, maybe Total War Warhammer, which is a game that a lot of people are shocked about that actually coming out, because the Total War series has always been about history and not fantasy, so that'll be good to see how that comes out. But anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.